Hello my loves, so I'm back again with a wee video, and this wee video is all about the base. First of all, I'm going in with my Nivea moisturiser. Absolutely love this wee moisturiser. You can get it from Boots, Superdrug, Tesco's, Asda, and it's not too expensive and it is really hydrating on the skin. And on top of that, for an extra bit of hydration and glow, I'm getting with the L'Oreal Glow Cherie, and this is in the shade medium, and I'm just applying this all over the face and down the neck. I absolutely love this and it smells absolutely amazing. And then I'm going to apply my Fit Me by Maybelline foundation, and I'm in the shade 105 Natural Ivory. And I also mix it with the L'Oreal Skin Paradise. I absolutely love the Skin Paradise. It's a tinted water cream and it is in shade medium also. So I just mix those two together on my brush and start buffing into the skin. And that's just how I apply my foundation. I know everybody's different, but I just more prefer to press and buff into the skin rather than more of a swiping motion. Just feel like doing this here method with buffing it in works best for me and really gives a really nice coverage. I just feel that whenever you buff the foundation into the skin, it does give a really nice coverage and a nice flawless finish. Especially if anybody has any open pores or maybe spots, so that you're not, like, if you're swiping, you're not moving the foundation about and you're not getting the coverage that you need. Also remember to bring the foundation down your neck and your ears, just so everything is running nice and seamless and you don't have like a different colour face from your neck, so that everything is nice and matching. Taking the Rimmel Eraser Concealer, I am going to apply this under the eyes, the forehead, down the centre of the nose, chin. What I'll do is I will blend this out, and when I do, I'll also bring it up the cheekbones just to give it more of a nice wee light lifted look. I recently picked up the CMB Shady Stick and I have to say I'm absolutely loving it. I'm going to apply this with the K Collection brush and buff this in. I prefer to take a brush and put it on rather than just take the stick and put it directly onto the skin. It's just personal preference. Now to try and make this face look a wee bit slimmer. So whenever I'm getting in with the cheekbones, as you'll see here, I always try and hook it round just to give that wee lift, and that's exactly what I need, you know. Early age and all, I am looking for anything that's going to make the face lifted and a wee bit more slimmer from lockdown. Also, you see how I'm applying it under the jaw, but I also like to run it slightly on the actual jawline itself. This again is just a wee personal preference, and I just find that it does slim the face down that wee bit more. So I will bring it underneath where the jawline is, but I'll also bring a wee bit actually on the actual jawline itself. It just creates that wee bit of shadow, and I find it does make my face look that wee bit more slimmer and more contoured. Again, using another K Collection brush, I am going in and buffing and blending my wee heart out to blend these all together and again give a nice seamless finish. This isn't something that I would do on the daily. This is actually a lot to me, but again, I'm just doing it for the purpose of the video. This is something that I would do if I was going out, but during the week it is more of me using a moisturiser and maybe even just the Glow Cherie, or a wee small bit of foundation mixed with the Glow Cherie and a wee bit of concealer, because my under eyes lately has been ridiculously dark. And now, taking my foundation brush from BTY Cosmetics, I'm just going in and buffing everything together, the light with the dark, just to make sure it is nice and seamless. And just going over maybe any of the darker bits that need that wee bit more blended, because there's nothing worse than a real harsh line and being able to notice it. And there's literally nothing on the brush, just the foundation that was previously on it. Again, if it was for a night out, or if my eyes have been really, really dark lately or really tired, what I will do then is take one of my favourite concealers, and it is by the brand Collection, and it is 01 Fur, and I'll apply this underneath the eye, and I will start buffing it in underneath the eye, but also bring it up to the lid and onto the brow bone. I'll then take my finger and just start pressing it in, just to make sure there's no wee creasing or any lines. And always go nice and gentle whenever you're working around your eyes. So then that's whenever I take the Maybelline concealer and apply it on top of the Collection one. I just absolutely love these two concealers together. This here just gives the most beautiful wee finish under the eye. And I also like to bring it up the cheekbones a wee bit, again, just to give that wee light lifted look. I actually just picked this wee powder up the other day, and I'm actually really liking it. And it's by e.l.f. and it's in the shade Light Medium. And what I do is I take my foundation brush, which is still a wee bit damp, and I use this to push the setting powder into the skin, and again it just gives a really, really beautiful finish. Again, this is more for if you were going on a night out. This will really keep your makeup in place. Going in with one of my favourite bronzers, and it is the Iconic Bronze, and it is in Ibiza Shimmer. Absolutely love this, and I'm using one of my Peaches and Cream brushes, and I'm going to lightly contour the face. I always like to add an extra wee bit to the hollows of my cheeks, just for a bit more depth. I'll then take my large bronzing brush with nothing on it and just go all over the face, just making sure that all the products are nice and blended. And again, don't forget to bring it down the neck. Seriously, like, what is the faces like that you pull whenever you're doing makeup? Taking my Miss Glam palette that I got from the lovely Grania Kelly's shop. I'm using the peachy, why did I do a face? I'm using the peachy blusher to apply to the apples of my cheek. That was just me trying to show you where exactly to apply the blush. So you're basically concentrating on the apples of your cheek. I also love to run some across the nose, and then going back in again with that big bronzing brush and just giving everything a good wee blend, so everything is just merging together and there is no harsh lines. So taking that same Miss Glam palette, I'm taking the highlighter from it, and I'm going to place this on the cheekbones and very slightly above the brow bone. I'm not a huge fan of highlighter on the forehead and lots above the brow bone. I just think it's a wee bit much, but it is again personal preference. Everybody is different, and I'm running some down my nose and some on my cupid's bow. And as you'll see, I always like to make sure that everything is well blended, so I'll use my big brush again. I always like to apply a nice wee conditioning lip balm or lip gloss while I finish off the rest of my face, just getting it ready for whenever it comes to applying the lipstick. So we're moving on to brows, and this is a wee brow soap that I got on Amazon. I think it was £5 and it's absolutely amazing. I'm just spraying it with anything that I have just to wet it, and then going in with the House of Beauty angle brush, brow brush, and brushing the brows in place. And as you can see, I like to brush the brows up, and I really haven't got like loads of brows or like huge bushy brows, so I really do have to work with what I have and try and make them that wee bit more thicker. So I have been doing this for forever now, and it's just tames your brows as well to grow in that direction. That's what I find for myself. And that wee brow soap really does hold them in place, and they'll stay like this for the rest of the day. And again, I think it's £5 on Amazon. So whenever I've got my wee desired shape, I then go in with my brow pencil, and it'll either be Makeup Revolution or the MUA pencil. Both these pencils are absolutely amazing, and they're the wee micro define. So what I'll do is I will do a wee underline underneath, as you can see, and I'll start flicking like wee hairs up and just trying to do like wee hair strokes. I am so fussy whenever it comes to my eyebrows. I am the only person that can do them the way that I like them. I don't know if you would be the same, but um, I just have a thing for I absolutely love eyebrows, and I have been growing my eyebrows for which seems like forever now, and I feel like I'm getting somewhere with them. And like, look at that for a concentration face. Like, I really do take my brows serious. So that's just me going back in with the pencil, and as you can see again, just wee tiny strokes at a time, and not too not going too hard on the pencil. And what I also like to do then is take the wee spoolie at the bottom of it and always brush through, so that you haven't got any like big chunks of colour in the one spot. I love having the wee spoolie at the end of the brushes. They really do come in handy. And then with the P. Louise base, I will go in and just put some on the lid. And again, taking a House of Beauty brush, I'll go in and just sharpen everything up and basically set your eye up with a nice wee clean canvas for your eyeshadow. And it's also good for maybe if you have made any wee mistakes on your brow, or maybe one brow isn't as even as the other one, then you can take this and use this to clean up and even everything out. So this is part one of the wee video finished, but stay tuned for part two and I'll show you how I got this finished look.